Welcome back to Super Sentai Review episode 340. Yep, currently right now, this is the second longest running series of all my reviews. I mean, One Piece is probably my third longest one of all my series. Because who knows when I chance to release any more Baruto. That's what it looks right now. So in the case of this episode, we're discussing not 4 episodes, but 5. Yep, 5. First started with 19, known as Fake Blue. This is a Hoji episode where like the monster basically is in a robot form and discovers about the DekaBreak robot, like, oh, that's a big robot. And then he's arrested, and then he decides to swap bodies with Hoji and kind of act like him. And immediately, basically, by the viewer report, by a basic something he said to Bond, something he frequently says to Bond, this is something he does not agree with. So, Bond says, good job, partner. And Hoji responds, says, I'm not your partner. And in the case of this guy, he says, yep. You got it. Yeah, and that's how Bond found out that, yeah, this is not Hoji. Because they swap bodies. And he ends up fighting, well, Doggy, of course. They even briefly has the whole command. We even have basically a rushed, this is probably the only episode of this when we actually see the Deca-based Robo in action more than once, during one episode. It's in action twice. And Hoji has a company possibly delete a monster's body, and apparently also this guy has been swapping bodies for a long time. As for, oh yeah, he even says, who are you, really? He says, I don't know, I completely forgot. As for how long you've been doing it, don't know. That's kind of basically this one. It's a good episode. 20 is basically Running Man. Yes, it's a name, it's probably named after the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Now this one is mostly put this. We have this alien who plants bombs all over Tokyo. Well, basically Megalopolis. They say Earth, but basically it's one city. And we need somebody to go over to with bombs. Hoji thinks, I'll do it. Doug is like, Bond, you do it. He's like, me? Sure, boss. I'll go out there. And he had to go to particular places. At the first place, he finds a phone, which they contact with the bomber. And all they have in the guy is his name and the fact he's intelligent. That's it. What the heck, what the size of the alien is not revealed till the end of the episode. So, he goes to a baseball stand. At one point, he goes to a Red Lobster. Yes, a freaking Red Lobster. First place he goes to the park. Wow, that was easy. And he has to, of course, he goes to you can't transform, and you can't use the vehicles. You have to run like crazy. I'm guessing probably the vehicles that we used for the series probably were not available for this episode, so let's just have where you have the actor basically run all the time. So, eventually, in one point, you know, Smash Bros. The guy's like, no, don't Smash Bros. We're going to get with you. And that's how Bond figures out where the bomber is. If he's the last bomb. It turns out the bomber has been hiding the phone all along. And it turns out this alien is 6 inches tall. No joke. That's how tall he is. I'm like, how the heck did he even do all this? Eventually he's destroyed while in a robot, which is interesting to say the least, but great episode. Next up, we have a really good 3-parter known as the Hellsibling trilogy. And the first sibling we're going to choose to is Succubus. Yes, that is her name. And if you look at what this woman looks like, hey, that's Moria from SPD. Well, there is an explanation for that. That is Moria's adult form they used because her Sentai counterpart only appeared for this trilogy and a movie. And that was it. She had very little time in the series. And we're also used to her brothers. First, her younger brother of the two, Bone, who likes jumping around, causing havoc. And he's the only one of the 3 go giant size. Yep, and of course they beat up Deca Robo. And next episode, they're formed that. But this episode 22, it is a debut of 3 things. First, we're introduced to the Supreme Commander of the Special Police Force, who in Power Rangers, this is Commander Birdie's Sentai counterpart. Yes. Though his outfit is completely different, per se. If anybody's noticed the guy standing behind Commander Birdie, that is the Sentai guy. That's the Sentai guy. I'm not sure why they changed his outfit for. I'm not sure why. So yeah, we're gonna send a Triple S agent to basically handle the situation, and these are guys that are basically very heavily trained, and then we hear, oh yeah, Mr. Triple S, and eventually gets there, and it's the debut of DekaBreak, and the guy is a jerk. Because it's 2000s, apparently we have to have all of our 6 Rangers be jerks. Now, I'm not sure how it is in Magic Rangers, so I haven't watched it yet. But at least a jerk are very basically arrogant. The only one I've seen where he's not like that from the start is Shurikenger. And you're like, really? Shurikenger is the only one that doesn't have it where the 6th Ranger is a jerk from the start? No, he's a very nice person. Because in the case of Hurricane, when they used Samurai Ranger, he was a bit arrogant, but he wasn't a jerk to the team, per se. Not really, no. I would say this probably all started with Abba Killer, but at least he was a full-blown villain. So at first he shows off his mecha, which is DekaBreak, and beats the brother, the middle one. Oh yeah, their headquarters is a tower. H-Abra is briefly seen in episode 21. And he's not sitting in the rest of the trilogy. And eventually, after feeding him, of course, they get away. And of course, tells him like, nah, you're not needed, just relax. I'll deal with these things and go home. And it's like, if you go out and disobey me, you'll be fired. And I'm like, you're full of bullcrap. You're allowing Earth's defenders to stand on the sidelines while you do all the work. That's not being a hero. That's being just a jerk. So he attempts to fight him. Of course, the Dekaranger go anyways. And says, you can fire us later. And eventually, by the way, when he first meets, we're on the field, when he first meets Doggy Cooter, he's very respectful toward him. Apparently, he's a big fan of his. And meets Swan. It seems like he's like almost madly in love with her. Despite the fact that the actress is 43 and he's in his 20s. Yes, he does point out, though, she's a very lovely woman, which, no denying, the actress at the time probably was a very lovely woman. I think now she's about 60, but she looked really good for the time. She looked, 43. Which, fun fact, Maraka Sango, the one who basically played characters like Bedore and Queen Hedra, when she second time played Queen Hedra, she actually was 43 during her second season. Second time she played her. And when she played Witch Bedore, she was in her 50s. Look it up. And apparently when she made her debut in Sentai, she was only 41. Yep, 41 years old. Looks that good at 41. And here, the actress who plays Swan is only 43. How did I know that? I looked up her birth date. Yep. So, yeah, eventually, later on, of course, he says something that does spark an interest in, not the whole romantic stuff per se, no. And eventually he does come around and he basically thinks that, first he thinks emotions are useless, because that's how he was trained. And of course, everyone's like, no, you also are useful. Excuse me. People see like a cold-hearted jerk. And eventually he starts calling Bon Senpai. Yes, Bon. Yep. And they sort of get a little tussling, and of course, like, yeah, I can't leave Swan behind. Of course, he recommends basically transfer to headquarters. Part of the medical staff. But the way this remote planet is like, nah. And here's the thing. He is from Earth, and he's calling it a remote planet. Yes, seriously. And the thing is, it's explained aliens killed his parents. That is set for an actual villain who will show up in the series. Don't worry about that. By the way, he's called Taku. Yes, Taku is his name. Sorry. Sorry about that. My nose getting into me. So, eventually he decides to transfer Earth anyways. He personally requests to the commander, like, hey, can I transfer here? Sure. And he decides to stay, and of course they have the Sixth Ranger and a new mecha. We even have debut of the riding, we have the girl riding on DekaBreak. Okay, now he's like, what are you doing? A cop riding a motorcycle? How is this unusual? By the way, we also saw this in Go Busters. This is nothing unusual, but yeah, great episodes. By the way, the two siblings, now Succubus is killed. Her whole thing is she sucks up energy. When she's first introduced, she meets up with Jasmine, and she's very seductive toward her. You think you should love her name? She sucks life energy, not sexual energy. And it seems like, though, the way she moves around Jasmine, it almost seems like she wants to sleep with her. I'm not kidding. That's how the actress pulls. That's how I interpret basically how the actress pulls. She's like touching her face. I'm just glad she's going to do anything besides that. I mean, the way she was very close to her, it's almost like also she wanted to kiss her. Yes, seriously. Anyway, like, if you can't tell by the dialogue, it almost seems like Succubus wanted to kiss Jasmine. Which, well, the thing is, the actress played Jasmine is a very lovely woman. I can tell basically, even at the time, she's very lovely. She's not much older than me. She's only about 7 years older than me. Now, the actress played Succubus. Wow, what a gorgeous woman. My gosh, so gorgeous. And, let me look up and see exactly, like, the actress who plays is Mayu Gamo. Wow, she's only a year younger than Deka Yellow. Me, anyway. She's only like 6 years older than me. Look at a picture of her here. Which means that she's probably like... probably just turned 42. Probably looks really good for her age. Oh yeah, she also played... she also in Kamen Hibiki. Is Hibiki wants to get into the future? Want to get the Kamen Rider? Not immediately, but I will be getting into this one. Don't worry about that. Yep. Not really much else to say about this, but I really enjoy these episodes. Now, of course, next time we talk about this, we talk about the movie. Yes. Right after this, we have a freaking movie. Yeah. So, that's going to be pretty much a particular review. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do any of this like button. Next up is going to be, well, I'm just going to go ahead and watch Remonster next. Okay? Next video. Bye. Oh, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do any of this like button. Bye.